Hi everybody, welcome back to Wildermyth. A couple things that I've learned between last episode and this one. The first one I want to talk about is actually how powerful relationships turn out to be. So here's an example of Arda's relationships between Rick, Storn, and Ombrock. So based on certain orientations during combat, positioning between Arda, and these other individuals can actually have significant changes. So for instance, plus 15 block when walling with Rick, plus 20 block when walling with Storm. Walling, of course, meaning being adjacent to them during combat. And then Ombrock, as a relationship, or as a rival relationship with him, when your rival stunts, and stunting in this game essentially means to do critical damage, you get plus 35% to stunt until you successfully stunt. So it's important to keep track of what these relationships are. It's not all just flavor text. It actually does have some significant impact on combat themselves, or itself, which is really cool. So from here, we've got an opportunity that it looks like we can still pick up on, and so I think we're going to go ahead and pick this. That's something I realized afterwards, that we still have this available while we're in this territory. So we're going to go ahead and sort of move through this quickly because we already read this earlier. I just picked the wrong episode, or the wrong choice to end the episode. So we bump into this giant, and then we have a choice to either continue the encounter or to end it. But we're going to go ahead and continue it. So let's see. We've got the chance to choose three of them. These two guys are locked in, of course, because they're the two that were involved. So the question is, do we want Arda or Ombrock in here? I think we're gonna do Arda for now, because these are our original three heroes. And let's see how this shakes out. And let's see here. Heroes meet to continue their quest. I think that is what we will want to do, right? I think so. So Ombrock is going to be left behind, I guess, in this situation. But he can travel here. Astelwane Pillar. So we can work faster or catalog everything. May as well just take our time to do it. So we're going to continue on for the most part over here to continue the quest. The story continues. Storn and Rick have arrived. For a friend. There's no light, no sense of up or down. In the trapped air, every sound and sense feels close. Where am I? Am I blind? Am I alone? Storn? Oh, thank all gods you're awake. A flame flares. Rick carefully sets down a small copper lamp. The shock of the light is its own kind of blindness. Tell me this isn't as bad as it looks. As Storn's eyes adjust, he sees the prison that surrounds them. Earthen walls, crude bars of barely shorn boughs. Cultists. Could have killed us, caged us instead. Left us with this lamp and a little oil. I guess they plan to let us waste away? Not sure what else. Yeah. There's a simple sadistic genius in the message, leaving us light to starve by. Well, the bars are wood, so tried it. You tried the... Cage is oddly impervious. I'm sure the explanation is dissatisfying. Old abiding magic of some kind. My spear has no effect. The lamp flame won't burn it. And I guess these earth walls... That's all I can think of is to dig. But without food, doubt we'll get anywhere. Yeah. But our captors, do they come by? Have they... At least once, while I was awake. I slept some. Don't know how long. We're doomed. It sounds like that's mostly what you're saying. Not doomed, maybe. Or we can't be sure, I mean. Well, and we're here, we're armed, and we have our stuff. We have some time, and there's nothing to eat. Nah, no sustenance has been forthcoming. Seems like we won't be fed. Fine, okay, any other prisoners, or just us? No prisoners per se, but there's this thing. It's nestled there like the body of a brass pillbug, joints crusted with dry earth. A device of the old mortificers, mostly intact, but clearly lacking the spark of animation. Don't worry, though. Just some broken bona meton. Long time since it's been working. But this is not nothing. Look at its hands. Did they plant this here? It looks like it hasn't moved in forever. I'm getting a scary plan. Minutes bleed to hours, coagulate into unguessable chunks. Nights, days, dreary, hungry. Storn keeps studying the broken thing in the corner, gripped by a feeling he can't shake. Rick scrapes the beginnings of schemes in the dirt, but they're far too elaborate. Eventually, he comes to a conclusion, fairly simple, but... You want to talk? Think I have something. Eventually, he comes to a conclusion. Yeah, well, my idea's not advanced, but it might work. So here it is. We play dead. Very convincingly. Logically. They've put us here for some purpose. Us being dead disrupts that. So when they come in to examine our corpses, we jump them. I could almost see it working, yeah, as long as they care to remove us in a timely fashion, which I don't know. Here's what I'm thinking. Look at this old thing's shovel hands. If we can repair it, we have a tool to dig us out. Forces them to either intervene or let us go. Repairing it, the more I think on it, shouldn't be much harder than replacing where the old sinew in it's rotted away and feeding blood into its system. What? I have a feeling we're going to have to choose between the two plans here pretty soon. I'm suggesting you cut off my left arm and we use the tissues to get this old creature working. Then it digs us out. Oh, wow. Okay. So we can either play dead and attempt to ambush our captors. We've got a 45% chance from our charisma to do it. Or Rick can amputate Storn's arm and they use the materials to fix the Morthagi digger. Ooh. A one-armed rogue would be kind of cool. 45% chance of working, huh? So one thing I know about this game is that instead of dying, sometimes you can lose limbs, and once they're amputated, they get replaced by either mechanical or magical means. I feel like it's too early in the campaign to lose an arm, though. I feel like we should try the play dead one, as kind of stupid as it is. And I mean, what's the worst that happens? I mean, we're gonna have to fight our way out probably no matter what, right? So 45% chance is basically just a chance for us to escape versus a combat, which will happen either way. Let's try it. I'm feeling lucky. They fall into dead positions and go still. They let the lamp burn high. The light dims and fails. As agreed from the outset, they lie motionless as possible, shallowing their breaths. They don't speak, don't shift. Who knows how closely they're being watched? The weight is excruciating. Empty bellies seem to howl, shriek, echo. The inclination to fall asleep grows powerful, spells doom. Hips, spines, shoulders ache and stiffen and bruise. Is anyone watching? Will anyone come for them? Someone's coming. This last trial of silence bites hardest. Surely their bodies will betray the ruse. They try not to tense, holding their breaths. With a grunt, One ties a tuft of purple moss to the bars, then lights it with flint and sword. Flaring up, the moss blazes, emits smoke that smells like scorched olives. These unnatural flames burn a portal in the mystic prison. Storn and Rick try to leap up in a rush. Now, Storn. Their muscles resist, malnourished and abused. They rise wobbling but brave-faced. Weary, free, they charge their startled foes. So I guess it worked, huh? Nausea, Storn and Rick lose 1 hit point, but Intimidation, all foes suffer 2 damage to start the mission. So not a bad way to start. The Woken, a shuffling walk, gummy grunting mouth, heavy sword held firm. So here we are, kill all enemies. And looks like we only have 2 to deal with, so that is not too bad. So let's Silk Step. We'll jump right here. So we're hidden. Rick, why don't we... I don't know if... I'm guessing that the wall doesn't really work with Storn being in Silk Step. So why don't we come behind here, partial cover for adjacent figures. Let's see, what does this do? Partial cover, good cover, partial cover. Why don't we take partial cover here, and then we'll have our opportunity attack essentially ready, in case they come within melee range. Which they didn't. It's kind of strange. It's fine with me, though. 69% or 86%. Why don't we do that? Shoot this guy. There we go. We took him out with Storn. That's great. Honestly, like, there's no reason for us to move up closer to him. We're just going to keep our opportunity attack ready to go. He's going to come up. We're going to get a shot on him, and down he goes. See, one of the things that I'm kind of learning about this, or figuring out, is that there's no reason to rush it. Like, if you can just take your time, there's really no advantage, at least so far, for rushing through these battles. So, you know, take all the turns you need to set up and get rid of them. So, Rick Milken is now a Bloodhorn Warrior, and we get some kind of new abilities. We can do Zealous Leap every other turn as a swift action. Rick makes a daring leap up to 3 spaces away. Vigilance, Rick's heightened senses allow him to perform up to 2 reaction strikes per turn. That's pretty good, because we do have him set up in kind of an opportunity attack orientation pretty often. Viciousness, Rick's melee attacks deal +1 damage. That's awesome. And Thundering Challenge, that's his fear ability, can now target multiple enemies in a small area. I don't think we need to upgrade this quite yet. The Zealous Leap I'm not as set on, so it's either the opportunity attack or the +1 melee damage. Ooh, which one? I feel like our damage is going to increase just by virtue of us leveling up anyway, right? So maybe we want to lean into the opportunity attacks more, potentially? But okay, so maybe 2 reaction strikes per turn. It's not necessarily if one person comes closer to us, we can attack them twice. It's if 2 melee enemies come up to us, we can attack each of them twice. So I think Viciousness, we'll just go with that one for now. And we got the Black Times Bane, damage, range stunt, okay, a well-made spear, which would increase, yeah, this is better for Rick. So we will take that. Black Times Bane. We'll claim that.
Think we're clear. This air's as good as
sunlight.
Yeah. Long abandoned. There's a rusty pickhead here in the dirt.
What is this place? A mine, it looks like?
The day awaiting them is high and bright. The scent of dry, shivering grass hangs in the summer breeze. Freedom smells so good, doesn't it?
Days later, they'll reach home in buzzing sunset, a warm hour they'll share with cicadas and the road. Think it'll be a while before I can stand to spend the day under a roof.
For me, it's going to be hard to enter another cave, or forest, or a day of fog.
And Storn. We got +10 to retirement age, which presumably gives him longevity, which is really, really good. And we can increase his ability, so we can do Aid. Once per combat, grant an adjacent target 3 temporary hit points and remove negative status effects. That seems pretty good. Riposte. Storn will counterattack after a successful melee block or dodge. I'm not as set on that because we're hoping he's going to be stealthed as much as possible with Silk Step. Flash Cone. Once per turn, Storn throws a Flash Cone that blinds enemies and deals 0 magic damage. If thrown at an ally, they will be hidden. That's pretty good. And then an upgrade to Rogue. Attacks against wounded targets deal +1 damage. That's also super good. Ooh. Do we want to maybe make him our healer as well? Grant an adjacent target 3 temporary health and remove negative status. Yeah, the Riposte I don't think I'm going to go for. Flash Cone, that's pretty good, because that's essentially a stun, right? Because we're blinding enemies. Now, I don't know if blind means they will miss their next attack. Okay, that does answer it. So it's essentially a stun, because if they attack, they're just going to miss out on their turn. Or attacks deal +1 damage. Ooh, all 3 of those are really, really good. I'm almost tempted to do the Aid, though, because we don't really have any healing right now in our party, and removing negative status effects. We haven't been affected by it so far, but I could definitely see a situation where we get blinded, or we get, you know, stunned or something like that. So as much as, like, these 2 are super duper good, I think that taking Aid is going to be helpful. So let's do that. Alright. So where are we now? Ombrock, he is researching the site. The rest of us... looks like we still have to achieve the other objectives first. So why don't we go over there, and I guess we'll start scouting. Hopefully Ombrock finishes soon enough that we can get him to join us. Because yeah, we can't attack these lurking gorgons yet, unfortunately. But that's fine. We'll go scout. And there we go. So let's see, Ombrock is doing pretty well. He might be able to join up. No, he's taking a little bit too long. Okay. There we go. Thorough delving through the mysteries of Astelwayn Pillar has proven rewarding. The more questions you ask, the closer to the truth you shall ever come. So we've got that now. We can do hides, ingots, or spell threads. Let's see. We're going to get 3 ingots with Arden Forge. So why don't we take a spell thread in the meantime? Oh, no, we get all 3. Never mind. I thought it was a choice, but that's just telling us what we get. Perfect. And we found a Moon Willow necklace. Increases speed. Let's see here. Speed would be really good for Storn, so he can move around the battlefield a lot quicker. I think we're going to do that. Great. And Ombrock, let's see what he's up to. He has no tasks assigned. We'll have him... let's see. All 4 of y'all. There we go. Orenweld has been revealed. And we have Assault Plum Thicket. I would love... Ombrock to get there in time, but I just don't know if he's going to make it. So, we've got 2 options. One, we could wait for Ombrock to get there, which is going to drive the Calamity up. Does it say how many days it's going to take for him to get there? Let's see here. Travel to destination. It doesn't say. I'm almost inclined to wait so that we can all get experience together. So I think that's what we're going to do. Even though it's going to be a little bit of a waste of time. Yeah, I know. So it's saying, hey, you've got 3 heroes idle. Are you sure you want to do that? I'm not sure. But I think it's something that I'm willing to take. So, alright. So here we are as a group. We're going to go ahead and assault. All 4 of us are together. Let's jump in. Here we go, sneak thief. Where's my lucky coin?
Don't look at me.
It couldn't have been the spoon or the socks, could it? Had to be the coin. That coin is responsible for more victories than you'd think. I forgot it on a hunt one time, and I couldn't hit a thing. You know, friends help friends look for lucky coins. No pressure.
Okay, let me just work up the initiative.
What do we see?
Oh, is that it?
What the? That coin is irreplaceable, and some critter is chewing on it. And there he goes. We're gonna go get our coin back. And he goes into a cave. We can either follow with Rick or wait for backup. I'm gonna say wait for backup. Hey, over here!
Did you get your coin?
Not yet. But getting snapped up by Gorgons would make things much worse. I'll do what I can, but don't rely on me without my coin, okay?
Maybe the Gorgons were able to snag it off that critter.
Yuck. Don't make me think about some gross tentacles getting it all sticky. So he's going to be slightly down because his confidence is shaken, but that's fine. The fact that there's 4 of us here means I feel pretty good about it. And so we've got these 4 here. Okay. Sounds good. Ooh, and we're jumping right into the thick of it. At least only 2 of them are visible at the moment, which is pretty good. Alright, Ombrock, we're going to pull you right back. We're going to be adjacent so we can take advantage of that relationship. Arda, we're going to interfuse. We could do Brazier. We could do Discus. We can blind nearby enemies. And so we've got 2 mystics, so we could do a couple of those. Let's do this first. We'll do the stone. And we'll do the discus. 69%. Nice. Alright, we did that. That's good. Let's see here. Storn. What shot do you have? 80%, 83%. Let's see, we've got... Because they're next to each other, we're getting... You see this blue little icon here in the middle? Means that we're getting additional block. Let's go ahead and take a shot at the row. And wow, we crit on that one. Very nice, so he's down. And then Rick could probably just go up there and attack this guy, I want to say. And probably do pretty well. Yeah, there we go. So that's 2 enemies down right away. So we've got 2 more back here somewhere. Again, there's no need for us to rush it. So we're just going to move Ombrock up here and then wait for next turn. Alright, Rick. Let's see. Looks like these little pillars here don't give us much in the way of cover. I guess we'll come up here just to take a peek. We're probably going to have to get through this door to get to the other side. So Storn will just rush up there next to Rick. Ombrock and Arda. Yeah, we'll just have her... We'll have her dash, I guess. We will just wait, and Guardian. There's no need to rush things. Okay, Rick. We'll get you up here. And looks like next turn is when we'll be able to open the door. So let's go ahead and orient ourselves properly. How far can we get Storn? We could get him to this other side of the door. Actually, here, to the left might be better so that he can have good firing position across this open field. We'll do that. Arda... Maybe we'll have her stack on Storn, again similarly, so she can kind of see into the next room when it's opened. And then Ombrock. Do we want to maybe get him good cover here? Does it matter at this point? I guess so. Let's do that just in case it matters, in case there's ranged enemies. Okay, Rick is going to open the door. There we go. And there's one... Oh, there's both of them. Okay. So what options do we have for interfusing? We've got these broken pots here. Lace traps of shards on the floor, pinning and dealing 3 damage to enemies that step on them. That's perfect. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll interfuse, and we'll do that right here. So it's going to create some traps. Oh. Okay, whoops. I thought that meant they were going to lay traps there so that if they ran across them, it would hurt them. I'm not sure. Did that work? Oh, it did, yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought that maybe that messed up, but you see these kind of, like, trap icons on the floor. I think that means that we're good to go. I think that means that if these guys run on top of it, they're going to get activated. Okay, Arda, can you interfuse with this thing here? Doesn't quite look like you can. So maybe we'll have you move instead. Ooh, it's a little bit of a risk getting you this close. Let's see what Storn can do first. Can you hit either of them? You can hit this guy. Why don't we do that? Okay, ignoring armor, that's great. Rick... Maybe we'll move you up slightly next to the traps, and then set you in opportunity attack mode, which will kind of give Arda a little bit of extra space she needs to move up. Interfuse with this, this lamp. And then blinding enemies. That would be great. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, this guy's toast. And is that guy going to activate the trap? It is. That's perfect. And now we can probably just strike at him. And that's that. Alright. Very nice. Alright, we've got a Hail Hammer artifact. To fall on the foe like the ice god's hail. This motto is inscribed on each of these carefully crafted hammers and dates back to Knighted times when people built cities and raised militaries. So, artifact stuns enemy on stunt and +1 stunt damage, and also in action, individual strikes with her Hail Hammer, knocking the foe to another tile and dealing additional damage equal to the distance knocked back. Ooh, that seems really good. So we'll slightly reduce the range, but we'll get knockback damage, and we will stun them on a stunt. I think that is worth it. I think that's definitely worth it for him, for Rick. So we're going to have him claim it. And we got an Owlwise ring, plus additional potency. Let's see. Getting some potency on our spellcasters could be helpful for sort of the debuffs that we apply. So we'll do it for, I don't know, for Arda, I guess. There you go. So you got the coin back. Yes, the little rascal must have had a change of heart and dropped it. It's kinda cute. In an ugly way, maybe. Come here, little critter. Come on. You want to be friends? Ooh, so we can have an animal companion. Oh, definitely with Storn. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's great. I've always told you I have a way with animals. You have literally never told me that. Oh, that's awesome. So we have a little animal companion for Storn? That's great. Alright, Gorgons get a little bit tougher. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Interesting. Okay, so here's something that I'm also kind of learned. So we've got 5 different types of enemies. We have Deepists, Drauven, Gorgons, Morthagi, and Thrixel. And so essentially, each of the encounters that we face are going to draw from enemies from this particular enemy set. So you kind of see here on the right-hand side this little blue Gorgon icon. That means that when we encounter them, we'll encounter enemies of this specific type. So if we know that there's a specific enemy, you know, class that we're more likely to encounter, we may either want to avoid it or to reduce their upgrades or whatever the case may be. So that's also helpful to know. Achievement unlocked. Me and my familiar get a pet. Oh, that's awesome. That's just super awesome. Is there a way we can see? Pet Critter Storm has made friends with a critter. And additional melee accuracy. Cute little ankle biter, isn't it? Can we click on him? Can we name him, more importantly? Oh, it's cool. Storin's adventures, he witnessed a shadowy giant pass along the misted pines of Rabioué Stand. Captured by Deepists, he and Rick managed to escape by way of desperate ruse. It was a good lesson in the value of dependable allies. That's awesome that each encounter that happens with us gets added to the history, and we can kind of look back on him and see how he's developed. So relationships, plus 10 with Ombrock, plus 25 with Arda, plus 20 with Rick. Okay, so it doesn't look like we can modify the critter or name him. I hope we get to in the future, but we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so we could secure it. I feel like it's too long for us to secure. Not currently reachable, and the mountains are impassable. Okay. So, I guess the question is... It says we need to clear all hostile sites. There's nowhere else that we can go right now, because these are not passable. The Great Sea is right there. Bridge, river... I feel like we have cleared all of this, right? These mountains are impassable, which means we can't quite get to the musty forest. You can build a pass to access the lands beyond. Oh, that's... Okay, that is helpful. Maybe we want to do that real quick. Why don't we do that? Let's think about the benefits of opening a road here. Is it worth it? Are there possibly better locations? A pass allows heroes to cross mountain ranges. Passes take time to carve. I guess let's get started on it. And we'll send everybody over there. Because we have to come over here to Arden Forge again anyway. And I'm not sure, maybe this is something we need to move on. Okay, so here's an example. Deepists, we're not too worried about because we don't encounter them a whole lot. Thrixel and Gorgon we do encounter, so we could cancel some of these upgrades like the extra armor. We do have 10 legacy points, so I feel like that's worth to cancel. Thrixels, maybe not. We haven't encountered a ton of them, so let's just do the Gorgon for now. Okay. Thrixels, maybe we should have canceled that as well, but that's fine. Okay, we're working on the pass. Okay, keep on going. It is taking a little while for it to happen. Okay, we're in year 3. Passageway open. So, Musty Forest. Let's go ahead and head over there as a crew. And the Musty Forest has been revealed. We've got the Peatland Earthworks. Strength equals 5, and we've got the Lurking Gorgons as well, with strength is 5, plus 2 from infested tiles. Interesting. I mean, we've done pretty well so far in taking these guys on, so I say we jump in. Assault the Lurking Gorgons, yeah. Let's go. If you ever watch a feather burn and try to map the journey of every blown ash, you will know something of the futility I have known. I have seen the end, watched it come and watched it pass many times. I know something of what lies ahead. Storn and Rick wait for the others to come up the road, taking shelter in an abandoned place. They've chanced on another traveler. If I say anything with this mouth, it will sound bleak and blue. That's an ominous thing to say. Oh, do you wish it wasn't like that? That is a curious and a difficult question. Rain chatters on the thatch. I see things written in the turning of storms, in silver-wet letters, in shaking pages of rain.
I read of dreams left behind this yondering. I read of dooms the years intend. I read until my eyes shine and my stomach roars. I have read of you. I know what you are meant to be. You do? I don't even totally believe in fate. No one demands you believe. You must only endure what happens. The old storage building smells like ancient hay, moist rock, and the burning pine pitch of their torch. The woman's robes moves like it's a part of her. She shrugs. Fortunes were given to crows to tell, and crows were kind enough to share their gift with witches. A witch well-paid shares fortunes with the way-blind.
So we can do a couple things. We can take 1 damage for transformation. I'm not sure what transformation means in this context. I have dreams of black wings, or it's just, you could tell me anything, no thanks. So we could either pay a damage or a transformation. Let's just take a damage.
It will be more than a drop. Oh, how much more? Not more than a finger's worth, about 1 vial?
Storn? I mean, it's your blood, but maybe think about it a little longer?
She said she'd tell our... What do you mean? You think it's stupid? A finger's worth is a fair price.
She steps quickly close. It startles Storn, hearing the woman's breath, smelling the dust of the day on her, smelling the dampness in her cloak. She's much more alive than she'd seemed. Every shadow stoops with her as she leans over Storn's flinching hand and takes some blood, and collects the blood in a clay jar. You okay?
Just need to wrap it. Blood is faith. There's a reason I offered blood, you know. Blood is faith. What I see for you is this. The downpour outside is but a spring night's dew, next to the deluge that will drown these woods, and all the spaces between peaks. Your company will make strange allies under the last dry eaves, and set out to unstill stone itself.
Does all this end someday? And do we survive?
It might. And you may. Certainties can still be spoiled if we give them away. But why will give something in their place? Blood is faith, and faith has rewards.
The remainder of the dark passes. The rain belting the building side begins to sound comfortable. Occasional thunder marks the storm's paces. Storn and Rick sleep at some point, taking turns trading glances with the strange, silent gone witch. Just at dawn's brink, the rain stops, and into the world she wanders again. They travel on to Peatland Earthworks.
Hey Rick, there you are. Storn with you? Couldn't find you in the rain, had to camp.
And we found Feathercloak, additional speed and additional dodge. I mean, that's perfect for Storn, and not to mention he's the one that took the damage. So there we go. I love it. All right, so here we go. We've got to catch the spirit, 4 turns left, and defeat all foes. So this is something that's a little bit new. How do we catch the spirit? Okay. So we'll have Rick go over here. Storn, we're gonna have him Silk Step over here, so he's hidden. Arda, maybe we will have her. I guess we could have her adjacent, right? And then Ombrock, we'll have him on the other side of the door as well. Now the question is, do we open the door? Ombrock is done. Rick... We could... let's see how big this map is. I mean, it's a bonus action no matter what to open it, or a swift action, like it's called here. So let's just interfuse with this lantern, so that next time we can steal fire and throw it over there. Rick, we will just do an opportunity attack and we'll wait. The spirit will presumably flee a little bit further. Okay, let's open the door. There he is over there. Alright, Storn, how far can you get? You can get pretty far, and also you're going to be hidden. So here's the two enemies here, the Rager and the Roe. Why don't we send... Why don't we maybe send Storn over here to try to catch the spirit? I don't know if it's going to be a swift action to do that or not. Ooh. Yeah, I guess let's just dash. Okay, the door is closed. That's actually really good news. Oh, and we got him.
Wow, what are you? Don't bite me, okay?
Oh, that's cool. We even see the little cloak that he got last time. And we can do a couple things. We can either enchant bow and turn it into a fire bow. We can enchant the dagger, which we don't really use, or we can get a legacy point. Let's enchant our bow. That seems helpful. Hey, all right. And replace the Ember Song with Smoke Weaver, which is appropriate. So our stunt damage goes slightly down. However, stunt effect damages up to 3 nearby enemies. Yeah, and that seems super good. Let's do that. So there we go. We captured the spirit, so now all we really need to do is just defeat these enemies, and they're separated by these gates. So that's not too bad. So Arda, let's see. We could steal fire. Can we get him from here? Let's try that. We did that. Perfect. Okay, Ombrock, what can you do? Interfuse with stone table or with rocks. I think Rick is going to take this guy out for sure. Maybe we should go ahead and just do that straight up top. So we can do that, and we can attack. There we go. We not only knocked him back, we also killed him. Plus we have this fire here, which is going to be helpful. We'll interfuse maybe with the stone table. And discus, let's try it. Good. Okay, that was a pretty productive turn. So he's going to come up here. And good. Good. So it looks like that actually worked out perfectly for us. So Rick, we could have him take down the enemy for sure. The question is, does I feel like we want to spread the kills around a little bit, right? We don't necessarily want Rick to take all the kills all the time to get everybody else a little bit of experience. So Storn is over there. We could just shoot him from over here. I feel like that would be a good move. There we go. And that will give Rick full movement to stack up here on the door, which I'm a fan of. And it'll let us set up our spellcasters for the next turn. Let's see. I guess we'll stick her over here on the left. And we'll put Ombrock... I guess we'll go ahead and wall with these two. Okay. Let's open the door. There's one of them. I feel like there's 2 more left. Oh yeah, you could see in the top right-hand corner the raccoon and the roe. Oh, they're right on top of us. Holy cow. Okay. Did not see that. So Storn, 80%. Let's go ahead and take that. Seems pretty good. Ombrock, we need to get him a kill probably, right? So we'll interfuse with the discus, and then we'll use that to take him out. There we go. Got him an extra kill. Rick, we will maybe move up here. Oh! I didn't want to do that. I didn't... I forgot he was there. Okay, oh, and he's got a ranged attack. That's not super good. Okay, Arda, what can we do with you? Arches. Create a tree on a pile without adjacent scenery and interfuse with it, pinning any surrounding enemies. That is really good. We can't really do it effectively from where we are, unfortunately. So maybe we want to push up slightly. How far is our range? Not great, isn't it? You can also interfuse. Boiling liquid burns away armor. Maybe we'll do that real quick. And I don't think we're going to be able to do anything super effective, so I guess we will just wait and see what they end up doing. Okay, no attacks on us. That's good. That's good. Alright, Storn, why don't you take your shot? 85%. Yeah, this guy seems a little bit worrying. Let's take him out if we can. 5 damage. Ombrok, what are you interfused with right now? These two? Okay, let's do that, I guess. That one was blocked. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Arda, we can do arches. Oh, that's perfect. So we'll pin both of those guys. That one did not get pinned, but this guy is pinned. And Rick, can we... We could do there and get an attack on the Bogmore. The row is going to be pinned. That might be what we want to do here. 87. There we go. Very nice. And he is gone. Ooh, and it looks like there was some kind of like acid there. Yeah, so that's good to know that they kind of explode and create all of this debilitating effect. So it's good that we have a weapon that has knockback. Alright, Storn. Maybe we can give Arya, or Arta, sorry, the kill. That's not going to kill it. Ombrok. I think we need to interfuse with something over here. No, maybe we'll move him up slightly. We'll move him here, in front. We can interfuse a long, cruel lance of bone. Maybe that will work? Can it get this far? Yeah, it does. Nice. Great, and then let's try to get Arda the kill if we can. So we can do Scalding Rain, 5 to 6 magic damage. Seems good to me. And down he goes. Alright. Storn's level up. And he is now a Blue Horn Hunter. Awesome. So we can do Aid. Aid can be used twice per combat. Inspiration. Storm gives adjacent allies +1 bonus damage and spell damage. Fox Flight. Storm has +1 speed once per combat as a swift action. Activate to dodge the next 2 attacks. That's pretty good. And then there's the blinding one. Why don't we take Flash Cone? I think blinding could be super helpful and gives us a little bit more, you know, action economy. Belt of Courage, block +5. You give it to Rick. Yeah, his block is actually pretty low in comparison to some of these others, so why don't we give it to him? Belt of Courage. And we can't cancel, ooh, Geist. Okay, so they're going to improve no matter what. So the Gorgons are pretty pimped out right now. Alright, and we successfully, that was in fact what we needed to do. So we've successfully cleared all of the hostile areas. That was kind of a neat way for us to explore the world a little bit. So let's take a break here. Next time we are going to head over to Arden Forge. I think we're gonna wait to secure these because I don't want these calamities and incursions to get too much farther. And it's probably just going to increase the strength each, you know, the longer we wait. So next time we're going to head over to Arden Forge and close out this chapter, presumably. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're having fun with this. This is really a blast. Like, I love D&D, and I love having my own personal D&D story and just being able to kind of influence the whole party, I guess, in some way. So I hope you're having a lot of fun with it too. Feel free to drop a comment on your thoughts or any advice, tips, or just general thoughts on the story you want to add. And be sure to subscribe for more Wildermyth coming very soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.